Hey, it's Joshua Vergara. What's going on, everybody? And I'm here at the Unity Summit here in Hollywood, California, where Unity, along with a number of their partners, provided a lot of announcements in the world of VR and AR. Now, there is a new term that's being tossed around when it comes to the world of virtual reality and augmented reality, and it's called mixed reality, or you can call it XR as well. But there are a number of different ways of interpreting that particular term, and here at the show, there are a few different examples as to what mixed or XR or mixed reality could mean. Now, one example in particular is by a company called Within, and it was a presentation called Life of Us. Now, one of the reasons why this is considered a mixed reality experience is because you're sharing it with somebody else. Now, you could have a friend or somebody go in there with you, but I had a complete stranger sharing this experience with me, so the two of us were able to see in about 5 to 7 minutes this evolution, quite literally, of organisms from way back all the way to the evolution of man and a little bit in the future. That was what this presentation was about. But essentially, we were running through the entire breadth of evolution, and right next to me was that person who donned a HTC Vive headset along with me. We went from being amoebas to becoming fish to becoming what I called surface dwellers, and we were encouraged to talk as much as possible, not only to be able to get to know one another through the experience and react to things together based upon the VR, but also to make things happen in the world. By saying more things within this Life of Us VR world, we were able to make more things happen. Now, the Vive controllers were a part of the experience, but they didn't necessarily do a whole lot to add to the experience. It was essentially just us running alongside one another through the various forms of evolution. And there was one section where, as a gorilla, we had to pick off all of these little monkeys that were trying to hold us back. It went all the way to what we could consider to be today's world, where people are working all the time, and we were dressed in suits and had suitcases. And then finally, it ended with a huge dance party that included all of the different textures and NPCs that were shown throughout the entire experience. So this was just one example of what a mixed reality experience could look like, especially from a company like Within, and they were able to create this experience along with some music that was done by Pharrell Williams. What you'll find at the Unity Summit is that there were a lot of celebrities that actually had a hand in some of these VR and AR experiences. But overall, it was an interesting way of sharing an experience with somebody, and in VR, which has up until this point been mostly a singular experience as you don a headset and then simply just let the world wash over you, or you might have some extra interaction with it using something like an HTC Vive. Well, it was nice to have somebody else there, and they are shown in the world with me, and I'm able to interact with them in a particular way. In this case, it was with our voices. So there are some other examples of XR or mixed reality here at the Unity Summit, and you can take a look at those here at VRSource. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and take a look at all of our coverage from the Unity Summit 2017. Now, keep it tuned to VRSource, because we are your source for all kinds of reality.